Today's topic is a bit of a resurrection story on this Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to those of you who observe Easter, and happy day to everyone else. This is about moving beyond old wounds. It's about how to navigate the dance because life itself is a healing journey. Some people say that to just say get over it, move beyond it, those kind of things is a spiritual bypass, that you're still living from your wounded self. We're always living from some aspect of a wounded self, from some state of disconnection and separation. However, our life is a healing journey. The whole thing, as long as we're in body, we're on this healing journey, and we're always ever evolving, ever expanding, ever changing. And we're always coming into greater and greater awareness. So how do we move beyond the old wounds? How do we rise above our past, resurrect ourselves so that we can really live in the fullness of who we are created to be, of what we are, ascending, if you will, to higher states of consciousness, to a higher life? It has to do with the relationship that we have to our past and to our old wounds, how we relate to them, right? So it is a shift from living from the wounded self to living in the best that you can access of who you are in this moment, your authentic self from where you are in this moment. And it's always changing and is evolving. So it's about understanding, okay, here's where I am. That is from my past. How can I be in a relationship with that while I bring it along, allow it to evolve as well as I am evolving, right, from my authentic self, and be in a total state of acceptance and a gathering. Yajami is the word, is the divine name that comes to mind, which means the gatherer, the gathering it all, containing it all within the vessel, within the heart, within the soul, because we're all of the parts of ourselves are evolving, and it's a constant ongoing thing. So what we're going to work with today is how to shift the relationship from the places where we're still living from the wounded self. And there's always going to be some, right? None of us is perfect as long as we're in body. But we are perfect, right? We are perfectly imperfect, if you will. And I don't know, I don't even like to say that, because there is perfection in every step of our journey. There is, like, what we put into our minds, what we try to cram into our heads about what is perfect is, maybe we have something that we aspire to, and there's beauty in that, but there is perfection at every step along the way between where you were before, where you are now, where you're going. There's all in the perfection. So it's holding all of this in right relationship, increasing awareness to become more and more aware of the authentic self when you are centered, when you are grounded, when you're connected to your authenticity, to who you are as the best you can be in any moment or in the given moment, shall we say, and just acceptance and containment for all of it. It has to do with expanding your container as well. So let's go ahead and come into our meditation and healing circle. And let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And let's bring everything to face straight ahead of you toward the center of our circle. Right? That's bringing all of you to gather together, right? The gatherer, bringing all the parts of yourself. Just take an inhale and draw all the parts of yourself into your center, into your vertical core, like that funnel of, not funnel, but that beam of light that comes through the top of your head and along the center of your body, all the way through along the front of your spine, behind your heart, all the way down and through, connecting heaven and earth in your Jamia, the gatherer in your body, right? Everything is gathered within you and gets to play out all of its dimensions as you witness it, as you live your life. So gather all of the parts of yourself into the center of your body with your breath. Just breathe them in. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. Sit into your hips and bring all of your senses and all of your focus to be straight in front of you. And from the depths of your heart, as deep as you can access in this moment, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine, feel this pure divine light streaming into the space in front of you, and let your entire being open to that light and receive that light. Receive it in through your pores, through every pore, and let it travel into your body. Let it seep into your body. Let it seep into your pores, and let it let it just move through you, making its way. It makes its way through your nervous system, traveling through your nervous system, all the way to your brain and spinal column, all the way to your peripheral nervous system throughout your body, all the way to your fingertips and the tips of your toes. Let this pure divine light travel all the way through your body. Breathe it in through your lungs. Let it infuse into your lungs, cleansing and purifying your entire heart space and chest space. And as your blood moves through it, takes up that pure light with your oxygen and circulates it through your whole body, delivering that nourishment to every cell of your body. That pure divine light, just take it in, let it touch every cell of your body, and make an invitation, a direct invitation to your cells, and invite them to open and receive that light, to open and receive. And let every cell of your body receive that pure divine light, to be cleansed, to be purified, to be illuminated, to be lifted. And just let that, feel that, like open yourself up, take it into your body and feel all the way into your body, all the way into, even into your bones, into your bones. Let that light travel into every place, right? And even the places in between the places. Even the places in between the places. All of your body is 75% water, right? Your blood is 92% water. Your bones, even your bones, are 20% water. So just let that water really absorb this light, this vibration of light, right? And what is vibration? Everything is vibration. Everything is energy. So the vibration of light, when we call on it by its divine name, Nur, Ya, Nur, calling on that light, and let that vibration of the word Nur, let that move through your body, right? That resonates at the vibration of the light in nature, of the pure divine light that moves through all of nature, including you, because you are nature, including me, I am nature. And just let that ripple, let that vibration, that sound, that energy ripple through the fluids of your body, infusing every little cell, every molecule with the vibration of pure divine light, cleansing, purifying, structuring your body to align with this pure consciousness of pure divine light. And again, let's face the center of the circle and call on our source, in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. So imagine, feel, perceive this pure, unconditional love streaming into this space in front of you. And again, let your whole being open and receive this unconditional love. And let's bring some particular focus to the heart center, to face directly in front of you and receive this unconditional love, right? You have a funnel that extends from the front of your heart space. Let it face and tip up slightly and receive this downpour of unconditional love into your heart, and let your heart center be like a breathing portal, and breathe that in. As you inhale, draw that unconditional love through your heart center all the way in to the center of your body. Breathe it in, and as you exhale, just release any of the clutter, any of the tension, any of the constriction that you might feel that's ready to let go. If it's ready to let go, just exhale it out. And you can always ask for help directly from your source, from your angels, your guides, your healers, your helpers. And if your heart is feeling a little bit constricted, you can give some tapping to the center of your chest, tapping directly into your heart center there. And I like to tap all the way up under the collarbones on each side. Release all of that along the center of the chest. And exhale that clutter out as it loosens up. Let it go. And also down the sides of the neck, like from the bottom of the ear down the jugular area, just a gentle tapping or a light brushing along that space, right? And help that all loosen up. Help that lymphatic system to drain, that lymph drain from your lymph nodes. Let that open up, release more and more of that tension and clutter. And then again, returning to that focus of unconditional love, and breathe that in through your heart center, deeper and deeper. You have that we mentioned that light that runs through the top of your head, along the front of your spine. And if you think of your heart center extending from that core light of your being, right? It's like all of your energy centers, your subtle energy centers are perceptors, right? They perceive energy that's around you. You have, for your physical body, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. For your subtle body, you also have eyes and ears, and you have those perceptors that are like these energy centers from your subtle body that extend out. So let this heart center, as it extends from that vertical core, breathe in that unconditional love all the way through, and let it travel all the way through and merge with that light at your vertical core. This unconditional love is moving through your heart, and that light is moving through your core, and everything is all contained, right? There's really no separation. But let that love, it just feels good. You let that love pour all the way through your heart and pour into the center of your body, into that central light in the center of your body. Pour through and just receive it. Let your conscious body, if you lift your top of your head and elongate your spine, and if you're sitting up, just align like the center, very center of, like if you think of your skull as a ball, very center of that ball, right? That light comes in, it goes through the very center of that ball of your skull. It moves down through your heart, through your throat, and then through your heart. You think of your heart in the very center of your chest, halfway front to back and halfway side to side. So let that light move through your heart, and let that just line up, right? As you elongate your spine, lines up into somewhat of a straight line. And then that light moves down, and you think of your pelvic bowl as like an egg shape, right? And at the very center of gravity of that egg shape, at the center of your low belly, just beneath your belly button, halfway front to back, halfway side to side, right? A few inches beneath your belly button. You can feel your center of gravity there. That is this creative life force wellspring of energy there. So let that light just travel down, feel that light connecting into that center and moving all the way through. So your center of your body, all of these subtle energy perceptors, subtle energy centers are connected in with this vertical core. And breathe in that pure divine light and unconditional love. And again, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of eternal compassion. And everything that happens while you're in this earth body, living this earth life as a spiritual being. You are completely contained in a womb of compassion. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman. Rahman comes from the same root as the name of womb, and it's the divine compassion that contains everything. So as you inhale in this pure divine light and unconditional love, exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, into your own womb space, and let your entire being rest into this womb of compassion, right? The womb of compassion, again, it's an ocean of living consciousness. Right? It's all one ocean of living consciousness. It is a container, a womb of compassion that holds you in love and acceptance, in safety, in protection, in like total connection. Even when you feel like you're floating around in this ocean completely separate and lost, you are contained in this ocean of compassion. So that your entire being just filled with light and love. This is pure existential light, pure existential love, pure existential compassion, and just rest into it, drop in, and be held. Be held, be loved, be light, be illuminated. And continue to breathe in that light and love and compassion. And as you exhale, just let yourself really absorb it, rest in it, immerse into it. Right? The poet Rumi says, these forms we seem to be, our bodies, are cups, open cups, right? Cups floating in an ocean of living consciousness. We think we are our bodies, but what we are is ocean, too near to see, though we swim in it and drink it in. He says, don't be the cup with the dry rim. So let yourself really drop in and immerse into the ocean. And I want to invite you to just take a few more breaths into your heart, or continue to breathe into your heart, more than a few. Breathe into your heart center. If it helps you, you can put your hands over your heart and that very center of your palm. There's some pretty strong energy centers right in the center of your palm. Sometimes it helps to rub your palms together, your hands together, and activate that flow of energy so you really feel it in your palms. And then place that center of your palm right over the center of your heart. And breathe yourself, like breathe your consciousness into that space beneath your hands, into your heart center. And again, as you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, and lean into your spine. Lean back into your spine. And breathe in. And as you continue to breathe in, let yourself lean back and drop into that space behind your heart. Like behind your physical heart in the center of your chest. So you're in that space behind your heart, in front of your spine. And just If it's too much to think about, just let yourself fall in and fall back and put your focus into that space behind your heart. Lean in and fall back and just breathe and feeling your breath move through the back of like through your back body and into your heart. And just feel that breath there, just a subtle, gentle breath as you lean into that space. And let your eyes soften as you lean into that space. Right? This is like the breath that breathes you. It comes in through the back of your heart and breathes you. And let that come through and let it breathe you and breathe with it. Right? Breathe with it as it breathes you. And soften your gaze as you rest into this space. And let's just take a moment and connect in. Just make an intention that you're really connecting in with your core truth. Connecting in with your core truth. And excuse me, just tap into what, it's that existential question of who are you? Like, let's tap into what is like a fundamental core value for you. What is something that you feel, either who you are or what you feel really passionate about? As you breathe into this space behind your heart, like this is a fundamental truth of who you are. What is that fundamental truth of who you are? Of why you're here on this planet right now? Just feel your place in that, feel your connection to that. And just let yourself breathe with that. You don't have to understand it 200%. You don't have to be able to write an essay about it or explain it. Just kind of get a sense of feel of where that lives in you and breathe into that space. Let yourself lean in, drop in, lean into that space and breathe with it. It will identify itself to you the more you breathe with it and rest into it. Don't have to know how the movie begins and plays out and ends at this point, but just rest there. Because this, one of the most important things that we can do, right? The first step of healing is awareness. So to become aware of the truth of who we are, the truth of who we are at the core. What are our core values? What are our deepest passions? You may have places, and I know, there's that saying that says your past makes you who you are today. And if you've been around me for a while, you know that I do not believe that, not at all. Your past does not make you who you are. Your past is like stuff that has happened to who you are that helps you to really sometimes lose yourself, but also find yourself. It's just stuff. It's just a he said, he did, she did, I did, they did, we did. It's all that stuff, but it's not who we are. It's not who we are because we are becoming, but we are, right? We are, but we are discovering and aligning with what is. So while the things of your past may make you feel certain ways or identify with certain things, they don't define the core light of your being, your core values. They may have helped you to discover your core values and your passions and who you're not, as well as who you are. They do not in any way define you, not at all. So any place, let's just take a moment with that, any place where you have an identity, a part of you that is attached to an identity from a past experience. Let's just invite that identity along with all its attachments, right? Let's invite that, like pull that out of your body, place it into the center of the circle. Let's call on our source, angels, healers, helpers, guides, to completely release that from your body, from your mind, from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit, from your any knowing, any beliefs that you have, and let those go, right? And just make that intention. Okay, what did that tell me about who I am? Let me recognize that and stand in that, right? Because everything happens for a reason, right? It gives you some how you relate to it. Right? That's what we talked about. It's not it doesn't define who you are. How you relate to it, right, can help you to really identify and own who you are, but it doesn't make you anything. You were made when your spirit was breathed into your physical body, and that spirit is still there. That is who you are. What are the qualities of that spirit? What is the essence of that spirit? How does that spirit really want to express itself in this world? That is who you are. And you know what? Sometimes we carry protective barriers around us. We carry places where we have had to put up walls of protection and shield ourselves and preserve who we are, right? We're protecting and preserving ourselves. And sometimes we have to like navigate around those walls or those barriers or those masks, those veils. And it may make us feel or look as a certain identity, but who you are is what's inside of that and behind it. And if you still need those right now and you feel like you can't let that go, that's okay. But know the difference. Know the difference between who you are and, okay, I need some, I'm still carrying some self-preservation and self-protection. And we all do. We all do. Everybody. So drop in deeper. Who are you? And let's do that again. You drop into this place behind the barriers, behind the veils, behind the masks, behind the walls of protection and self-preservation. Drop in deeper, breathe into the center of your body, into that space behind your heart. And just, it actually ends up being a really subtle breath. You lean into that and feel that breath moving through the back of your heart, like rhythmically breathing you, and let your breath just breathe with it and rest into that space and witness these other energies or memories or pictures or belief patterns or behavior patterns, whatever they may be, however they may show up for you. Just witness them from this place of, oh, here's who I am. And oh, that's just something that happened, maybe developed into a pattern and sits on top of this shield because it's protecting me here. When you lean into that space, it's like, oh, yeah, I can see all that stuff. And here's who I am, right? I am this person behind it. I am this beautiful spirit that is connected to this breath that breathes me. This is who I am. And so all of those things that sits in front, as you see them clearly and see them more and more clearly, get greater awareness of them. Just see if they want to receive the light. See if you want to just invite that pure light to shine on these places and illuminate these places. Illuminate some truth that lives within these places, right? A lot of times when we don't understand how things come together and how they operate, it's just because there are parts of them that are still in the shadow. When the light shines on them, it connects the dots and it makes sense. And it's like, oh, well, yes, of course, that happened. It played out this way. I developed this behavior pattern. I developed this way of thinking and being. And I put up this shield to separate me and protect my heart from the true way that I believe and feel inside of me. But now that I really can rest into this, well, this is how I truly believe and feel. I don't need to identify with that anymore. So let me just invite that light. So invite that light to really shine on that place. The light is illuminating and it is purifying, it is cleansing, it is healing. So let's just call on the divine light to shine on those places, to shine and bring purification, cleansing, healing. And as it does, just let that go. You can use your breath to breathe it out. Let it go. Let the angels take it. They know what to do with it. Return it to its rightful place. And just feel into your heart, right? Feel into that place, the knowing self inside of you. What does that knowing self know about who you are? And just, ask yourself, okay, what am I feeling and what do I need? What am I feeling? What do I need? Right? Because you may be feeling some sense of, okay, there's some emotions running through. The emotions really do tell you, right? They don't define you either. They just tell you, okay, there's an unmet need that is causing me to feel a certain way, right? What is it that you need? And if you don't know, just call on divine truth, Yah, H-A-Q-Q, Yah, Yah, the divine truth. And Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, the clear truth, or the strength, or the confidence, or clarity, forgiveness, whatever that may be. Just let that just pour into your body, right? Through the top of your head, through your heart, through your pores. Let it really stream into your vertical core. right? That as it comes through the top of your head, just let it infuse into that vertical core, that core of light and unconditional love and compassion. Let it fuse whatever you need, the clear truth, the strength, the confidence, security, forgiveness, the letting go, the core alignment. Just let all of that stream in through your vertical core and let it realign your energy body, really align with your core truth. Because as you align with your core truth and you allow that to be strengthened at your core, inside your body, and feel it at the very center of your body, feel it strengthening your core. When you are strengthened from that core, like you don't need those protective barriers anymore because the strength is within you. The knowing is within you. And it is not something that needs to be defended anymore or justified or rationalized. It's like my favorite poem. The grass is green, the sky is blue, the sun is bright, and you are you. Right? You don't have to justify, defend, or rationalize the green grass or the blue sky or the bright sun. Nor do you have to rationalize, justify, or defend you. You just are. You just are. So let that strength, that confidence, that clear truth, let it solidify, infuse into your core and solidify along your core. Doesn't mean you become rigid, but let that strength, like the inner rings of the tree, right? Let the tree become solid and strong inside and deeply rooted into the earth. Let it move all the way through you and feel it, that truth of who you are, move all the way through your vertical core and through your hips and really rooting you into the earth, grounding you into the earth, touching into the soil, the minerals, the rocks, the water, and just feel that connection all the way into the earth. And as you do, just feel that nourishment and all of that, like all of that earth wisdom and all of that nutrition and nourishment from the earth is coming back up through your body and reinforcing that core strength, really giving it nutrition, giving it nourishment, giving it life or life force, right? And just let that really, that strength and security, confidence, clear truth move through the core of your body, solidify, root into the earth, drink up that nourishment and wisdom of the earth, and let that really enliven your core. And from that core light, as that strengthening inside of you, just let that emanate out now, that strength, and let that inform every cell of your body. As every cell of your body carries consciousness, let that like move through your body, taking this nourishment, this knowing, delivering it into the consciousness of every cell of your body, traveling through all of the fluids of your body, this matrix of life of your body, and every cell carries consciousness. Let every cell of your body receive, invite every cell of your body to receive this core strength, this clear truth, this deep confidence, this wisdom, this earth connection and wisdom and nourishment. Let every cell of your body receive that. And take a deep breath in. Again, if you want to just check that your spine, elongate your spine and let that vertical core line up so that that flow is really moving through your body. Inhale all of your energy into that core and exhale, drop down into your pelvic bowl. Feel your center of gravity, right? At that wellspring of creative life force energy at the very center of your lower abdomen, your sacral center, halfway front to back, halfway side to side in your body. Just drop into that and feel that strength there. And just let that wellspring of life force energy really feed you. Let it nourish you, let it feed you, let it enliven you. Let your entire being be resurrected as the truth of who you are. As those old wounds are healed and the patterns have fallen away, you are left with your core truth and you are ready to ascend, to live on this planet with the pure consciousness that you were brought here with, to be the pure light that you are created to be, right? And I say created, but creation is really creating, as we are constantly being created and recreated and recreated and recreated. But the core, your core spirit, is and always has been pure and complete and whole. To heal means to make whole. When we come onto this planet, we experience things that disconnect us from ourselves, and we dissociate and we fragment. To heal means to make whole. So again, it's any of those places, let's continue to let them go as every cell of your body is being reminded of the clear truth that lives inside of you, being infused with the confidence and the strength, being released and resurrected, revived into the beauty of who you are and always have been. This is your truth. So just let your heart open. Just imagine, just call on your source, the pure light, pure love, pure compassion. Just call on your source. And it lives, I mean, honestly, within that very core of your heart. As I said, the breath that breathes you, right? That's your connection to it. You have breath, so you are connected. It's that breath that breathes you, right? So it's deep within you, but just for this moment, call on that pure source energy as best you can, right? As best we can as human beings. We're always going to have some veils around it, and that's okay. But as pure as you can, and just imagine it right in front of your heart, right in front of your face, right in front of your chest and your belly, and just breathe it into your body. And let your entire being merge with it and be immersed in it, and just receive, and allow it. Just, as your heart, you have like an eye at the center of your heart space, right? And let that eye face directly into this ball of light, the source energy, and just from your heart, just say yes, and breathe it in, yes, and breathe it in, yes, and breathe it in. It's like, yes, align my body, align my consciousness, elevate and lift me to the truth of who and what you created and are creating me to be. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. And breathe it in and let your being surrender to the wisdom and the light of the truth. Let your entire being be elevated, ascended into the higher state of consciousness that is waiting for you. waiting for you. Breathe, inhale into the core of your body. Exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. Let it ground through your hips and into the earth. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale all the way into the core of your body. Open your being. Say yes, yes, yes. Exhale, land into your pelvic bowl, ground into the earth. Receive that earth nourishment, wisdom, hydration. And again, heart center facing toward the light of source. Breathe that in, saying yes, yes, yes. Align me, purify me, lift me, elevate me, resurrect me. Make me into who you create me to be. Breathing into your vertical core, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, ground into the earth. Receive the earth, nourishment, and hydration and nutrition to enliven your body. And now take a moment. If you want to put your hands in front of your heart, sometimes it feels good, either in prayer position or if you want to spread your fingers and like your fingertips together and your palms facing each other, and put your thumbs right into the center of your heart center. Just imagine your fingertips being like antenna, just bringing that light and love and compassion and that source energy directly funnel into the center of your heart. And just let your head bow in gratitude as you give thanks for everything that you've received today. And let that really, as you bow in gratitude, invite every cell of your body to bow in gratitude with you. And as we bow in gratitude, it's like even more of this luscious energy can seep into the cellular consciousness and really anchor in and take hold, and let yourself just bow and immerse into this beautiful energy. And be, let it be you, you be it. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Be. Okay. And feel your connection in your body. If you close your eyes, you can open them. Stretch out your fingers and your toes and just really feel your presence in your body. This is you. This is not a meditation you go away to and then come back to your body. You've been in your body the whole time, letting your body be transformed and your consciousness be purified and cleansed and elevated. This is your Easter resurrection story. You are a beautiful being of light. Allow yourself to be resurrected and elevated every day, no matter what. All right, with that, I'm going to end this recording and open for our Q&A. If you're on Facebook, there's a link there that you can click to join us to be a part of the Q&A if you'd like, or discussion. You can join by web or by phone. If you're listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and replays. When you do, you receive 2 free gifts. One is a download, the 10 spiritual principles of our human existence. It's just a reminder who we are, what we are, why we're here, what this earth journey is about, to help us to keep it in perspective. Remember to see life and experience life from the core of who we are, and keep that relationship in perspective, right? We talked about it's about the relationship we have to the things that have happened, and not identifying with them, but knowing who we are and seeing them as experiences that are things that come and go in the ocean, right? Don't change who you are. As the poet Rumi says, you're not a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean in a drop. It also comes with a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you will download and use as a part of your daily practice to help you to connect with that pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is the truth of who and what you are. All right, and with that, ending the recording opening for Q&A. If you need anything from me, meanwhile, please reach out and see you at the Q&A. Thanks.